Hi everyone! So today we're going to do a little more talking about honesty. We're going to read a little story and play a quick little game on honesty. Pick a number. So the first part about honesty is we tell the truth. What is the truth? The truth is what it is. It really happened. When we say something that didn't happen and try to make it the truth, that's a lie. So telling the truth and not lying is the first part of honesty. So say I have a bag of green peas and I have a bag of green M&Ms. And I give you the green peas and tell you this is green M&Ms. Am I telling the truth? Absolutely not, because this is green peas and this is the green M&Ms. I'm giving you the peas, not the green M&Ms. That's not the truth. I'm not being honest with you. So the next part about honesty is keeping our word. So when we say we're going to do something, we actually do it. If we don't keep our word, we say we're going to do something, but we never end up doing it. So what's an example? An example would be if your mom or dad or grandma or grandpa told you to go clean your room before you go and play. If you kept your word, you would say, I'll go do that, and then go play. But if you're not keeping your word, you don't clean your room and you go straight out and you play. That's not keeping your word, so you're not being honest. So what is cheating? Cheating means that I'm going to take a look at your paper and your homework and copy what you have on your paper and not do it myself. That's not being honest. I am cheating by looking at the answers that you have and not coming up with the answer myself. All right, so what about honesty? Honesty is the best policy. No matter what it is and what the circumstance would be after, you always want to tell the truth. Even if you know you're going to get in trouble, being honest is the best policy. All right, so let's read a quick little story before we get to our game. So many of us have probably heard this story before. It's called Pinocchio. But do you really know what the message is from the story? Let's read it and talk about it. There was once a carpenter named Geppetto. One day, he was walking through the enchanted forest when he heard a voice. Hello, it said. Geppetto looked around and soon realized the voice was coming from a magic piece of wood. Talking wood, he thought? How unusual. Geppetto took the magic wood home and carved a little puppet boy from it. He gave the boy a suit of clothes and a hat with a feather in it. The wooden boy danced around the room for Geppetto and made him laugh. Hello, he said. Geppetto named the boy Pinocchio. You must go to school like other children, Geppetto told him. So the next morning, Pinocchio skipped off to school on his wooden legs. As he went along, a cricket hopped up on his shoulder. You look like you could use a friend, he told Pinocchio. I will help you to learn right from wrong. A little farther down the road, Pinocchio met a fox and a cat. They had heard the sound of lunch money jingling in his pocket. Don't bother going to school, said the fox. Come and play with us instead. Pinocchio, not knowing any better, thought that sounded like a good idea. I don't think you're doing the right thing, the cricket told him. You promised your father you would go to school. But Pinocchio paid no attention to the cricket. The cat and fox led Pinocchio into a dark forest. If you plant money here, it'll grow into a money tree, they told him. Just come back tomorrow and you'll see. That doesn't sound right, said the cricket. That money was for your lunch. But Pinocchio didn't listen. He dug a hole in the ground and buried his coins in it. Then Pinocchio went home feeling very hungry. He did not tell his father that he hadn't been to school. Uh-oh. The next morning, Pinocchio didn't go to school either. Instead, with the cricket on his shoulder, he skipped into the forest to find his money tree. When Pinocchio reached the spot where he had buried his coins, there was no money tree. He dug down to look for the coins he had planted, but they were gone. The fox and cat have played a trick on you, said the cricket. They just wanted to get your money. Pinocchio felt rather silly, but he pretended he didn't care. He stomped off into the forest. I'm going on an adventure, he said. The little cricket begged him to go back to Geppetto. But Pinocchio walked on until it was dark and he was a little scared. Soon they came to a tiny cottage. Pinocchio ran to the door and knocked loudly. A pretty fairy with turquoise hair answered the door. "We're lost," explained Pinocchio. "Please, can you help us?" The fairy invited them in and gave them some food. "Why are you so far from home?" she asked kindly. Pinocchio did not want to tell her that he had disobeyed his father. "I was chased by a giant," he lied. Suddenly, Pinocchio's nose grew a little. "The giant was taller than the trees," continued Pinocchio, and Pinocchio's nose grew some more. "And I ran into the forest to escape," he continued, and Pinocchio's nose grew again. He touched it in wonder. "I have put a spell on you," said the fairy. "Every time you tell a lie, your nose will grow." Uh-oh, look at Pinocchio's nose. Pinocchio began to cry. How he wished he had gone to school like his father said. "I won't tell any more lies," promised Pinocchio. The fairy called some friendly woodpeckers who pecked at Pinocchio's long nose until it came back to where it used to be. In the morning, Pinocchio rushed back through the forest with a little cricket perched on his shoulder. "From now on, I will do just as my father tells me," he said. But when he got home, Geppetto wasn't there. Instead, there was a note on the kitchen table. "Dear Pinocchio, I have gone to look for you. I miss you, my son. Your loving father, Geppetto." Pinocchio was very sad. He knew he had caused a lot of trouble. "We must find my father and bring him home," he sobbed. So he and the cricket set off again at once. They began their search down by the river. Pinocchio stood too near to the edge of the water, and he fell in, and splash! The cricket jumped in to help him, but they were both swallowed by an enormous fish. There in the fish's tummy, they found Geppetto. Pinocchio hugged his father tightly. "I won't leave you again," he said. The clever wooden boy took the feather from his hat and tickled the fish. Ha-choo! The fish gave a mighty sneeze, and Geppetto, Pinocchio, and the cricket shot back out through the fish's mouth and landed on the bank of the river. That night, when Pinocchio was tucked up in his own little bed, fast asleep, the fairy with turquoise hair flew in through his window. "You are a good, brave boy," she said as he slept, and she kissed him on the forehead. When Pinocchio woke the next morning, he found that he was no longer made of wood. He was a real boy. From then on, he was always a good son to Geppetto and the best of friends with the cricket, who didn't need to tell him right from wrong ever again. The end. So what did Pinocchio learn? Well, Pinocchio learned throughout the story that when he told lies, his nose would grow, and he didn't like that. So at the end of the story, he said, "I'm never going to lie again. I'm going to be a good son to Geppetto," because he didn't want his nose to grow. And what happened when he stopped telling lies? He turned into a real boy from the wooden boy that he started as. So moral of the story is, don't tell lies and be honest, right? All right, now let's play a quick little game. I have my honesty board here with pick a number. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to put my hand on a number and we're going to read the little scenario. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. What number do I have? 3. All right, let's read what it says. Geo found $1 on the floor, and instead of keeping it, he gave it to his teacher. Is he being honest? Yes, he's being honest because he gave the teacher the $1 so she could find out whose dollar it was and give it back. All right, next one. Cover my eyes. What do we got? 7. Let's read it. Connor's mom asked him to help put away clean clothes before he started his game. He put them away and then started his game. Was he being honest? Yes, he's being honest because he did what he said he was going to do. Mom asked him to do something, he said he would, and he kept his word and put those clothes away before he started his game. All right, next one. What do I got? 8. Let's read it. Blaine asked Mom for a cookie before he just went and grabbed one. So he asked for a cookie before he just went and grabbed it. Is that being honest? Yes, it's being honest because he's actually asking for something before he goes and does it. Because what if Mom said no and he went and grabbed the cookies? That wouldn't be honest, would it? So he is being honest by asking before he does. He's doing the right thing. Okay, next. What do we got? 11. Myra said a bad word. Oops. Then she tried to deny it when Mom asked her if she said a bad word. Is she being honest? No, because she's lying. She said a bad word. She knows she said a bad word. And when Mom asked her about it, she denied it, like she didn't say it. That's not being honest because she's not being truthful about what she did. Here we go again. What do I got? 6. Let's read it. Carter said he would help his friend clean up the yard. He went straight out and offered his help. Is he being honest? Yes, he's being honest by helping his friend clean up the yard when he said he would. He's keeping his word. Okay, let's go again. What do I got? 9. Let's read it. Olivia's friend left her jacket at her house. Olivia brought it right back to her and said she had left it. Is she being honest? Yes, because she's not keeping something that's not hers. She brought it back to her friend because she left it there. So she's being honest and not keeping something that's not hers. Okay, we still got some more. Cover my eyes. What do I got? 1. Let's read it. Carrie's mom said she could have 2 cookies, but instead of following her directions, she went and got 5 cookies. Is Carrie being honest? No, she's not being honest because Mom said she could have 2, but she snuck behind her back and got 5. That's not being honest. Are we ready? What did I get? 2. Let's read it. Brooke said she would clean her room, but instead went outside to play. Is she being honest? We've talked about this one before. No, in this case, she's not being honest because she said she would clean her room, but instead went outside and played. She's not keeping her word. Let's go again. What did I get? 5. Haley said she would clean her room before she went and played with her friends outside. She did just that. Is she being honest? Yes, because she kept her word. She said she was going to clean before she went and played with her friends, and she did. She's being honest. Only have a few more. We only have a few more. Let's go. What did I get? 10. Sean said he had to go to the bathroom, but instead he snuck to the fridge for a snack. Is he being honest? No, he's not being honest because he said he was going to the bathroom but went somewhere else. Just like if you told your mom you were going to go upstairs, but you actually went outside and rode your bike, that's not being honest either because you're not going where you said you were. We only got 2 more. Are we ready? Let's find it. Uh-oh, where is it? Am I close to it? Am I close to it? Oh, there it is. What number did I get? 4. Marco found $5 on the ground, and instead of giving it to an adult, he put it in his pocket. Now, what is that an example of? That's an example of stealing because he's taking something that wasn't his. He didn't drop that $5, somebody else did, and they are surely going to be missing it. So Marco should have given it to an adult so they could give it back to the person that its $5 was. So be honest. When you find something that's not yours, find an adult, give it to them so they can find the owner of it, right? All right, last one. Let me find it. I don't know where it is. I don't know. Am I getting close? What? Up there it is. Goofy me. What did I get? 12. David looked at Lizzie's homework for the answer. We talked about this one. What is this an example of? Looking at somebody else's work and using it for your own is cheating. Cheating is not being honest. So David broke the rules and looked at Lizzie's homework. That's a big no-no. That's cheating. David should have figured out the answer on his own, right? So I had fun with you guys talking more about honesty, reading a fun little story, and playing a fun little game. I hope you guys enjoyed. And one quick thing, can you tell me what's important about honesty? Honesty is the best policy. So tell the truth, don't lie. Have a good day. Bye.